Hi, Craig Thompson Wood, the board game teacher, coming to you now for the final. Oh my God, it's here. It's finally here. It's been literally years in the making, but we're playing the final bit now for the Guardians Chronicles campaign. Mission 5 now, part 2. I said in the last mission I played through a couple turns past. That's because I had intended to stop 2 turns before I'd actually put out there. Like somehow I still just tacked those last 2 turns on the end. If you'd notice at the bottom of the screen here where it has the arachnoids numbers, that kind of disappeared. That's because those last 2 scenes, last 2 turns weren't supposed to be in there. It was supposed to be when Sanctuary was still down here. So I was starting to put things together, and I noticed I was counting all the arachnoid movement up here and everything, and it's like, oh crap. Well, you know what? I'm not going to redo it all. It's just, it is what it is at this point. It's a whole long list of things. I think, you know what, if I were to redo another Guardians Chronicles campaign, I just have so many ideas of things how I could do it better. So if this is something you'd like to see, is another one, please let me know. I will strive to do better. Okay, so looking at this turn here, in the considerations for the heroes, I was thinking that A, we have to try and save Sanctuary. No, don't let her get knocked out. B, although there's no more arachnoids on the board, it's not over yet. We still need to shut down that machine. And 3, we can't let Killer Rue get knocked out because then that means the mission with Allison is a failure, right? So there are still some things, some plays that Scarov has left. So we just need to be cautious of that. You know, Sanctuary is still pretty banged up. She wasn't able to reset her deck, so it would have been nice to have taken out all those Nodales with that one attack, but can't do that. So, got some plans here. Let's get right to it. And nowhere really for Sanctuary to run traditionally, so we're going to get a bit sneaky here with the cards and such. So we're going to play Lieutenant Bigfoot first. Bum, bum, bum. So Lieutenant Bigfoot is taking the initiative, and he is going to... well, yeah, I guess nothing to be subtle about here. He's going to use his unique action ability where he's going to then move Sanctuary to an adjacent space, an adjacent area to where he is. So we can move her there, up there, out of danger. Well, at least a little more out of danger. And then he's just going to take some time to, wail on Lady Montague. So put the dice down. And so he hasn't boosted anything. Sorry, I didn't show his card here. So he is just going for the standard, just went for that. I'm just trying to be conservative here. I don't think, there's not a huge threat here right now. So we can be a little more conservative. So Lieutenant Bigfoot's ability, though, he does get an additional power dice for each of his attacks. So he is getting 1. Now, Lady Montague is an 8 defense. So I'm really not optimistic here on this. But, let's just see what he can do. So first attack is, wow, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is a blank. But, okay, so let's re-roll that because we have the 1 POW. 8. Here I'm saying I'm not optimistic, and he goes and shows me up right away. All right, so that's 1 hit. So he's got 1 more action. So he does have 3 actions. Yeah, oh yeah, they all have 3 actions. Yeah. Just look at the movement thing. All right, so that's the first attack as a hit. Well, the first action was to move Sanctuary. Second action is to hit Lady Montague. And the third action is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 blanks. Need a POW on here to have it. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh my God, is he actually going to do this? That'd be crazy. 6. Well, we know we have 6. Let's just reroll 1 more. If he gets a POW or a 2, then he's actually done it. Nah, okay. So that would have been crazy. That would have been totally wild. So he missed on that one. So, but did 1 damage. Respectable. And so now we are going to go on to Lady Montague. So Lady Montague is going to... taking out Sanctuary would be nice, but really the focus has to be on Killer Rue. Hold, please. So one thing I forgot to mention is Dr. Scarf has played a card here in Lady Montague, so she's getting 3 + 1 for the for the attack against Killaroo, she only has 2. She's only gets 2 actions. She's a little slower than some of the other things, like Torment had 3 actions, but she only gets Glare 2. So now Killaroo, I'm remembering this time, she gets actually -1. I forgot about that until now. So Killaroo currently has, defense is 6. Well, good luck, Lady Montague, and that's a no. And then the second attack is a no. So, no, she failed at that. Okay. All right, so second up for the heroes, we are going to do Killaroo. So, Killaroo's card. Sorry. And then, so he is going to use 1 action to leave the space with Lady Montague. He takes his whole action to move up to there. And he's going to go into that space with the control thing. So it shows here, big fits in the way. So 6 plus number of players. So it's going to take, is there another? That's the only space, right? Yeah. So it's going to be him working at it. So he currently has a 4 plus 2 for combat, -1. So he's getting 3 plus 2, and he's going to get 2 cracks at this turn. And so it's difficulty 6 plus 3 is 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. No, sorry. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. It's actually been, the last time I played was before Christmas and is now currently January 8th. Just with the holiday stuff, and then I went away for a little while. It's kind of, I just try to get back into this now, remember what I'm doing. So you roll 6 dice because that's the difficulty shown. You then add 3 to the result automatically because that's the number of heroes. And it has to then beat or be equal to or less than his value of 4 plus 2 is 6, -1 is 5. So he's got a 5 currently. So yeah, it's possible. Not like that though. So now there's a -1 on there. So I'll put a -1 up there. So now it's this. Now let's just say I'm only adding 2 to, and I have to get 5 or under. So 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. He's done it. So that is now shut down this board. There's no more chance of arachnoids. I was actually thinking what would be, kind of fun to do is Scarf would then come back there next turn, bring out some gynoids, because then those cards like these cards where, just run the gynoids up and then boop, next thing you turn them into arachnoids. That would be kind of like a sneaky play, which is kind of funny when you're playing against yourself, but hey, you do what you can. But it is no more. That mission has been successfully shut down. So that, and there was, on the cusp there, there was 5 and there was a big cheater morosity happening when all the arachnoids actually started up there. But it was a good move to send Bigfoot up there to just start shutting things down. Okay, so that's that done. So now, you know what that means, actually? What else that means? Dun, dun, dun. The heroes can now go after Skarov. Now that both objectives have been neutralized, or dealt with in whatever way, they've both been resolved, that means that Skarov is now available for the finale. So this is it. So we just have to start making our way back through. Okay, so on then to the villain turn, and really the only thing left are the Nodalis. So they will... so they are moving... They didn't give them any boosts or anything. Where are they? They're there. So they have 2 actions, and they're moving 3, and they fly. And they can, Scarf can open that airlock for them. So they'll go 1, 2, 3. And they have range attacks, right? Flight, Bioblast are considered ranged. Okay. Yeah, but they can't see Killaroo from there. But you know what? So 1, 2, 3. Actually, if I was smart, I would have put Sanctuary up there. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and 1, because this one's still getting an attack. I guess I could move those ones in first and then move. Let's just do that. So this one was like here. She will move in last. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, silly. 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, why I say silly is because with these 3 here, now that this one goes 1, 2, 3, she's adjacent to 3 nodales. So the attack against, like I said, too bad it can't be Killaroo, but let's just continue to try and put some more hurt. They're really not happy with Sanctuary. I guess it's like a racial thing, you know, that just they don't like what, you know, that she's left out of their planet or whatever. Anyway, so they have normally a combat of 3, and the card says that they're getting +1 power dice per adjacent nodality. So she's getting 3 plus 3, 4 for 4 adjacent nodalities. And then Lieutenant Bigfoot, for attacks, everybody gets additional power dice for their attacks. Then nobody's getting any additional. No, there's nothing for allies to get less attacks. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. So they get the 1 attack. So we'll put that there. So it's 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is a. She has a defense of 3. So yeah, that's a hit. I didn't even roll these. So yeah, plenty of hits in there. She got another damage token. Okay, and then on to the last character for the turn, which is going to be Sanctuary. So she is just going to let rip on these nodalities, or do we want to take out the lieutenant? No, you know what? I think these nodalities are far more dangerous. Just with they can generate a lot of damage potential there, but you know what? Sanctuary's card, her attacks are not ranged, so she has to attack melee. So she's only going to get 1 nodali, like here. She can attack here, and then the other attacks have to be against Lady Montague. Okay, so let's get that going. So Sanctuary currently has a -1 due to the plants on her fight, her melee stat. So she has a 2 white, plus she has 2 boost from her card. And then Lieutenant Bigfoot says, allies adjacent to Lieutenant Bigfoot get 1 additional power die for their attack rolls. Right, so she's getting an additional power dice for her attacks. All right, so that's going to be her. So then she's getting 2 attacks. So the first one against one of those pesky nodali that just hurt her. Oh yeah, and she just like crushed her. Okay, that's that one gone. And I need to be careful because I almost forgot. You know, it's something important that she was doing. And then the second thing that she's doing is she is then attacking Lady Montague. So her second action is to attack Lady Montague. So she has the same dice as everything. So 2 POWs. It's unlikely, but let's just roll those up. Ooh, okay, wait. We may have something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's another POW. No, the tease. There's just like 2 away. It's just like 2 different rolls could possibly get you there. Just the 2 stars right away, or another POW, and then just anything after that. But no, it was not to be. So she did not. So that's 2 actions, and this was super important. Third action, discard 1 wound card from her hand, which just happens to be the last card in her hand too. So that was good. So get rid of that. So also means that she's going to be able to. Will she be able to? I'm just wondering now because she is going to be getting a wound at the end of the turn. Will she be able to? I'm gonna have to look at the order of operations here because she might have to play that wound card before she can do anything else, which could mean trouble. Okay, so as it is though, the villains can do nothing else. I mean, Scarv can't leave his control room. Well, actually, yeah, until the heroes open the door, Scarab is still off limits. And so he's going to still doing all his traps and things like that. But there is no more things to activate. He's activated Lady Montague and the Nodali's, and that's all that there is. So he's just going to have to pass on that last turn. And there's no more upkeep things to do. The only thing to do, actually, would be to take 2 more cards for Scarab. So he gets some of those. Oh, a villain can come back. That could be cool. And then he's going to activate a room trap. Yeah, I think for purposes of just trying to do as much as he can, he's going to have to reinforce. So he's going to come back here and reinforce. So just as a refresher for those who may be watching this for the first time, the squares in his control room coincide with the pieces on the map. So the square he's sitting in coincides with his control room. You know, the middle back row. The middle back row is his control room. And his control room always then, you can bring out reinforcements in the reinforcement spaces according to the number. So for if you only have 1 hero, you can bring out 1. 2 heroes or 2, 3 or more heroes, you can bring out 3 in 1 room. So he's going to do that. And I think that the... do I have more Nodali's? Like 1, 2... So like they're the ones. I mean, no, you know what? I think it's better to go with. I'm gonna go with some gynoids. Go with them because they do have those cards where they can get the sniper too and just ignore the defense. They can really just rip into somebody, given the chance. So I'm gonna put in 3 gynoids. I'm gonna. And you know what? I'm actually going to put them over here. Just don't give the heroes a chance to take them out before they do anything. So the heroes aren't going to want to come over here. They're going to focus this way, but the gynos will just be ready to just pounce on them as they come through. All right, so that's Scarab, and that's going to then end turn 6. So going on to turn number 7. Okay, quickly before I go on any further, I mean, this is, like I've said before, like the worst rule book I've ever read in terms of the way it was written. But I am just going to take it in order that is shown here. So, you know, you do all these things. So we do the cards and wounds. So heroes, everybody discards their cards that they played. Then you take a damage token. And then after that, that's when then you draw the cards back up in your hand. So if you have no more... Here that has no more power cards in it. Okay, so there you go. Actually, that is an important wording because although Sanctuary is going to have a wound card in hand, that's not a power card. So she is going to be resetting her hand. So that's good. That's going to help keep her alive. All right, all set up for the turn. So Killaroo is doing something where he can attack everybody on the tile. He's kind of the ability like Sanctuary has, and you know, beefing himself up for the thing. Also knowing that he is, you know, an important target now with Allison. You got Allison there. Sanctuary is just going to clean up all her damage. Then Lieutenant Bigfoot is just going to be in support. Dr. Scarab has played 2 of his potential 3 cards because he can play 1 card per hero, so he still has 1 in reserves for playing as an event. So he's boosting the attack and defense of Lady Sanctuary, as well as the attack and defense of the Nodali's. Unfortunately, with the Nodali's, it means that they are going to only get 1 attack each. But right now, it's more just about them just trying to survive. They just want to still continue to be a nuisance. All right, so Killaroo is going. So he's going to, sorry, Killaroo is the first up. And he is going to... 1 action to move into there. I would say like he can attack everyone in the tile, but I'd still say he would be limited to line of sight and things. So if he just moves into this space, which was cleared by Sanctuary last turn, he now definitely has line of sight to everybody. So we're just going to line that up. Unfortunately, he's not adjacent to Lieutenant Bigfoot, so he doesn't get that extra power dice. So he gets 3 base combat dice. and because he gets -1 still from the plant, and then he's getting 2 boost. Plus, he's getting 3 boost from his special Gang War card. So he's rolling 5 boost and 3. So let's just start the Nodali top left. And 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. And she has a 6 defense. They have 5, so you get +1, but that is enough to take her out. So good thing he did boost his thing. I was kind of questioning, do I really want to boost? I'm getting 3 bonus dice. But yeah, so and then this one down here, and we have plenty. And then we'll just continue with the Nodalis. Oh yeah. And the last Nodali. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Boom. Okay, Lady Montague's already kind of surrendering here. So that was... Oh, so he still gets to attack Lady Montague. So he can attack everybody on the tile. And so Lady Montague, she has a defense of 10. And that's 2, 4, 6, 7. All right, so we've got 7 so far. We have a red POW, so we'll roll this. Roll their POW dice. And the tray is 8. No, not enough. So that was his second action. So his third action, he'll just take another shot at Lady Montague. So this one doesn't get the 3 bonus power dice. So, no, you know what? Nuts to that. He's just going to take a shot at the door. He's got range, and so he's going to shoot the door out. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, because he's using mental. And, oh my. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and he has a 5. Yeah, with the -1, he has a 5. So he just did it. So the door is opened. And so that's done. And so that's it for him. So for Dr. Scarf, there's only 2 things left now. The Nodalis were disposed of rather quickly. That's too bad. So he's going to... Is there a point to run with... So Lady Montague... I mean, again, we really just need to try and hurt Killaroo. I mean, to put... I mean, any wounds, I guess, any damage we put on it, no, but then Sanctuary can just clear it off so fast. If he just hangs around with Sanctuary, all that wound, all those wounds will just disappear. So... Yeah, you know what? What does she move? She has a movement of... Oh, she's slow. Like she's only got a movement of 2 and 2 actions. So well, it's her first action to move here, and then 1, 2 to here. She's just going to run for it. Yeah, I just don't see any point in just trying to fight them right now because Sanctuary's just too good at healing. I think it should just be better to be in with Scarf and just be more of a nuisance there. So second up was Lieutenant Bigfoot. His initiative card comes second, and yeah, his role was going to be opening that door, but I guess not anymore. So he is just going to. He has a movement of 3. So 1, 2, 3. Move it to here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, either way he slices it, he's getting trapped in that plant room again. So 1, 2, 3. And no, he didn't boost his movement. Well, yeah. So he's in here with Montague. So yeah, he actually even here, he'd kind of come down here because he's in the same space as her. So he's just going to come up here. You know, that just slows her down further because now she has to spend more time getting past Lieutenant Bigfoot. Okay, and then the gynoids. The gynoids are going to, yeah, they can just stay out of trouble, right? Just try and stay out of sight, but get ready to move in. So we're just going to come around there. And then last but not least is Sanctuary. And for each action, she can remove 2 damage tokens, and she just so happens to have 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, she clears those off. And she is healthy again. Well, she has 2 wounds, so she is on the verge of being knocked out. And she has 2 wound cards in hand because she just got her whole deck back again. But she also has a lot of cards that can remove that. So by the end of this, yeah, she should be able to get rid of those wound cards fairly quickly. So she's out of danger now. She was quite in danger before, but not anymore. And as Scarf does not have a third to do, I mean, Scarf does have the card, where is it? Here, can bring back a lieutenant. I was kind of hoping the Nodalies would stick around, because then they could, supplement, enhance, torment. But at this point, what could she do? Let's just take a look at her. So she's got the blast. She's fast. She's all around good. She'll have only 1 wound left, because it says you put 2 wound tokens on her. Well, then I have a card that I could heal her. Oh no, I don't. I used it. Oh no. But yeah, you put 2 damage tokens on her, so she'll only have 1 wound left. So she's going to be very, very fragile. So I just don't think now's the time. I have a card too, which can give her a free action, but there just doesn't seem to be a good use of it at this moment. I'm going to wait and see if there's a better time for it. All right. So that will be it for the turn then. So it's getting easier and easier now because there's no more upkeep things to do. I guess the only upkeep is removing these cards from Scarov, taking 2 new cards, which is an explosion and activating traps. Right, so yeah, that robot one might be kind of nice. Get some more robots out. And then, here's get rid of cards, and we'll set up for turn 8. Okay, so start of turn. I just realized a couple things. One, this is like a flower bed type thing, so that's not a space that Bigfoot could have stood. So I was going to put him here. However, like, because he came from here and he went 1, 2, 3, so he's in the space with Lady Montague. And I was just going to go 1 more and try and stop her. But, I am just going to keep him here because I guess I could have attacked her, but I'm not going to. But I just want to be able to have him there to boost Killaroo as he's coming in for the kill. Second thing I realized, I was just reviewing this plant room again and the rules of it, and I realized it was pretty clear on the card. I'm just an idiot. But what it says is when you put these tokens down, it says you take so this is like minus movement, right? It says you put them in one of the colored spaces. When you could even put them, like in the picture, it looks like you're putting it into the flower beds as well. But anybody who stops in the space or passes through it. So I was just saying, this room is infected with these spores or whatever, and it's causing all this no matter where you go through here, but that's not the case. What happens is, Dr. Scarf could have put this here and this here, which meant that if you're going through here, what he would have done before, but then that would mean then that Bigfoot coming through here does not get infected by those things. At this point, I'm just going to leave it. I'll just keep it in mind for the future that you put them into the colored spaces, and if they go through that space or pass, so you could possibly circumvent and go around a different way. There's a possibility of doing that. So that was an oopsie on my part. I feel there was one more thing I did wrong here. It's a whole confessional right now. Where did Lady Montague go? I just bumped it. Oh, there she is. Okay, well, if I remember, I'll let you know. Okay, so we're going to start off the turn with Killaroo. Okay, and Killaroo has amped himself up here. He is going for the kill, so he's getting a bonus dice, and if 2 damage if it succeeds, which could finish Lady Montague, and jacked up his stats a bit there. So he's going to go 1, 2. Oh, you know what? I'm cheating again because actually I'm realizing now. Yes, as I just remembered, he's got a 2 movement from passing through the thing. So hold, please. Okay, so I'm just adding this card in instead because I forgot about the -1 movement. So he needs to get that space. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. It is actually adding more defense, which is good for him because, again, he is a key player here. He needs to stay alive to keep that Allison mission in the check for the heroes. So he's going 1, 2, 3 now, even with the -1 movement. And so from there, he will attack Lady Montague with extra dice. So he is getting 3 regular because of the -1, +2 for the card, plus an extra 1 for his ability, and then an extra 1 for Lieutenant Bigfoot. Now, Lady Montague actually is at 11 defense, I forgot to mention. So, he probably should have boosted up more than that, but we'll see what we can do. So this is the second action. He's done first to move, second to attack. And this is a unique action, so it's only going to do if this hits. Wowzers, that is a good roll. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go. He did it. Again, I was thinking 11 defense. Oh, man, I maybe should have pumped that attack up. Well, I wouldn't have known that, really, if you're playing a 2-player game. The villain would have been able to hide that. So that is Lady Montague down for the count. So she is out. So at this point, I was actually thinking of Scarf to do the thing. So he's going to play those 2 events. Well, one, he's going to bring the event where he's bringing a villain back to life. And, as soon as the heroes open the door, he's not able to do any more reinforcements or anything. So I think Torment with the Nodalies is probably not the best, but she does do more attacks. I just think Lady Montague is just, with her higher defense, is just a bigger threat. Yeah, and there's not a lot of movement and everything, so yes, I'm going to go Lady Montague again. So while she went down, but there was like a clone of her back here. So she comes back into there. She has 2 damage tokens on her, and 1 and 2. But so that he played the 1 card on her, 1 card to resurrect her, and then I actually did have another healing card. So that's going in there as well. So Lady Montague is back, and she only has 1 wound. So she has 2 wounds left. So kind of where she was at before. It's almost like she just kind of got teleported in there. But yeah, so they sort of tag teamed her there and finished her off. So I could move the gynoids, but I'm not going to. Because again, if I move them now, what do they move? 2. And I didn't get any boosts or anything, so they'd go like 1, 2, or the 1, 2. They're not going to get to shoot at anything. They're just going to be targets. So they're just going to wait, bide their time. And so I'll just move Lady Montague. She has 2 actions, moving 2 spaces. I think she's just going to come in here and stand side by side with Scarf and say, "No worries, boss. We got this." And he says, "Yeah, whatever. I just pulled you back out of the human printing chamber." All right, so on to the heroes, and I'm going to activate Sanctuary, and she's just going to go. She has 3 actions, so she'll go 1, 2, 1, 2 for 1 action because she is slow again, and then 1, 2. So hey, the gang's all together. So she now that was the other thing I was going to say is I forgot at the end of the turn to do Skarov's last action. So what I did is he activated this one again, and he put down a defensive thing. So again, I'm just playing it for now. That anybody who walks in this room is getting those punishments. I mean, the team is obviously holding on to their weakness cards to just rid themselves of all this once they get in. But so the defense is lowered, and so that's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and she's in there. And then for her final unique action, she's playing her regeneration card and discarding a wound card from her hand. Okay, so now she's only down to 1 wound. So like I said, she's crazy good at healing, which is probably why she only has 2 wounds on her card in veteran, because it's just her healing's off the chart. So yeah, the gynoids kind of, you know what I'll do. I mean, if the heroes want to, come through here, start taking out the gynoids, I guess. But at least this way, these two are getting a little bit closer, I guess. I mean, it is the next space in, right? So just try and give them a boost. And that'll be it for them. And then on to Lieutenant Bigfoot. He's got kind of one roll here. And that is, so everybody has -1 on all their stats except the thought. But what Bigfoot's doing doesn't require thought. So he's got extra speed even too. So first action to come into here, second action to beat down the door. So he's getting 5, -1 is 4, +2 is 6. And he's bashing it down, and it is an airlock, so it is a 6. So we can take 6, 4, 5, 6, 8-sided dice, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's done it. What did I say this was? 6. Yeah, so he's got it. Doors open, and that means end game. So now it's just heroes versus Skarov. Not looking good for Skarov. The heroes are still pretty strong. I don't think Lieutenant Bigfoot has any wound cards. Killaroo has 1, and Sanctuary is just healing like mad. And it'd be it's a shame they couldn't have taken Sanctuary out, because if you take her out, then the others are much easier to kill, because even with next to her, the heroes are going to heal 1 damage token each turn. But is what it is. And as I said, that the Scar's not getting any more reinforcements now. Even if there was another one of these cards, it says specifically on the card, remove this card from the scenario. So if you shuffle through the deck, you can never get that card again. It's a one-timer. All right, so that's, I guess what I could do. I mean, Bigfoot just kind of saying hello there at the door. I mean, it might be rude to not go and speak to him. But then again, do I want to be taking out Lieutenant Bigfoot? I mean, what's Scarv's movement? Let's see Scarv's card. He's got 3 actions. Only 1 movement. So like 1, 2, 3. And he'd be down there, ready to fight Killaroo, but that'd be the end of his turn. And we already did the 3 cards, because we did 1 card of Lady Montague, and we did the other 2 to bring her back again and heal her. So, yeah, that's a no. I mean, even... Oh, Juan, does he have range? Because he can at least shoot Lieutenant Bigfoot. No. His energy glove just gets +2 to his hit results. Okay, so that is that. We're going to end the turn there and go on to turn 9. So getting ready for the turn here, I was just reviewing the things. I have like Lieutenant Bigfoot and Killaroo are going to play their weakness cards just so they can get into that room and clear themselves of all the plant fungus, whatever's. And I noticed something actually interesting, and I missed this the whole time. But it says here for like Lieutenant Bigfoot, remove all damage tokens from your ID card. And have I misread this the whole time? Because like for Sanctuary, it says the same thing, remove equal to your health stat. So yeah, Sanctuary says the same as that. So this is maybe just a special thing for Lieutenant Bigfoot, that he's so tough that he can just remove all the damage. So I'll have to check with that with some of the other characters too, and see if it's maybe a common thing for some of those brute characters that they can do that. But just as a note, check it out. With your characters that you're playing, make sure you read that part carefully. All right. So speaking of Monsieur Bigfoot, we're going to start with him, and he is just going to get on in there. Now, his the allies are getting -1 to attack and defense values, not him. So, but I mean, he's really not doing much. I mean, he's just kind of going there, and I mean, we'll try for Scarov. Why not? But it's really more about just getting in there and clearing his thing. So he has currently a 2 movement with +1, so 3, but he just needs to get into here, and that's what he's going to do. He's just going to come right up into there, into the corner, and he's going to punch Scarov right in the face. So that's 1 action to get in there. Just roll the dice, and then he's got only 3. He's got -2 on his combat, but actually gets +1 because he's Lieutenant Bigfoot. And Scarov is going for more aggression, less defense, and a bonus action. I thought maybe he could try and, like I said, do some damage to Killaroo or something. So 4/5. He's actually done it. So he's put 1 wound onto Scarov out of 5. And remember, every time you wound Scarov, his defense does go up by 1. So, and then he gets 1 more attack. Because he gets, the first one to hurt Scarov, and the second one, that's a POW. So let's roll 2 more, and we've done it. Oh no, 2/5. That's another POW because we need 6 now because Scarov's defense. Oh no, his defense was 4 because of the -1, and so with the +1 for being wounded would be a 5, and that's already a 5. So that is the second one for Scarov. All right, and being the last mission, I haven't checked the scenario rules, but I would think it's safe to assume that Scarov can't escape in this one. Plus, which he hasn't knocked out any heroes yet, so that option is not there. Okay, so I am then going to so Lieutenant Bigfoot can clear off all his nasties. So he's back at full stats. Happy. And so we will then activate first for Scarov. We will do Lady Montague. Yep, because we really want to just Killaroo is the key factor here. So Lady Montague is going to use her free action to move over there next to Lieutenant Bigfoot. She still gets her 2 actions, and she's getting 3 + 2 now. So 3 + 2, and Bigfoot does not get any defense debuffs, so he has a 6 defense, and she rolls like poop. So that's 4. She could do it here. No. Again, when we need 2, it's just going to fail us. And then her second attack. So that does it. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yep. So she's done a damage to Lieutenant Bigfoot. All right. So that's him. So that's her, rather, against him. So now the question would be, all right, so now we are bringing in Killaroo. Down on there. So Killaroo currently has a movement of 4, so 3 + 2 -1. And he's done his thing. I was thinking of having Sanctuary carry him in, but with his weakness card, he's not allowed to work with others. He feels like he's such an outsider. He doesn't want, don't touch me. So he's coming in, and I think be smart about it. He's going to come there, and now he's going to just attack Scarov. So he's getting. There's nothing for it. Might as well. Really, there's no reason not to. Scarov's defense is 4, 6. Lady Montague's is 7, and Scarov is the boss. So, yeah. It's just the thing is, it's got to be crazy luck because Killaroo's only got a 2 right now. I boosted his defense and things, and I went for a bad attack card. So 3-0. And second is no. Okay, so that's him, and again he clears off all his plant poisons. So So we're now left with the gynoids. So the gynoids, they'll go, they have 2 actions and they move 2 spaces. So they'll go 1, 2, 1, 2. And they'll just go, hiya, hiya, hiya. They'll just come into there. They gotta try and do something. Right? So that's their action. And then, so then we're going to end off with, actually, I didn't mention, all I played for her was just like a wound card on there. Not that I need to try and get rid of it from hand. I think that's actually her last wound card in hand. But I just didn't want to do anything major with her. So she's only got a 2 movement, but it's like 1, well, I guess none of those guys are there. That's 1 action. 2 actions is 1, 2, and then she'll just stay there. Because then at the end of her activation, any allies adjacent to her can remove 1 damage, so the damage that Bigfoot got is gone. And so now it is the last to activate, which is Dr. Skarov, and he is just going to do his waste to Killaroo. So he gets -1 combat dice, because that's Killaroo's power. He's getting, so that's only 3 combat dice he's getting. Then he's getting +1. And he gets an automatic +2 hits to every attack he makes due to his power glove. So Killaroo has a defense of 7. -1 for Bigfoot's weakness is a 6. So yeah, not actually that great. So that's cocked. Ooh. So that's 4, 5, 6. He's done it. He's put a hurt on Killaroo. And he actually has 4 actions, so we can try this a few more times, 3 more times. Really, yeah. So we said it was a 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he gets 2 bonuses. I actually forgot about that with the first roll. So 2 bonuses is a hurt, and then that's a hurt. And then that's a hurt. So that means a 2nd wound card for Killaroo. So that is important because, like I said, if he can knock Killaroo out, then we fail that Allison mission. But that is going to end this turn. So let me just remove the cards and get set up for next. Okay, we are into what could possibly be the last round of the battle. So we have a big melee going on there. The gynoids have come in to try and defend, and Lady Montague has come back from the dead for a 2nd round of fighting. But the heroes always get the first turn during the activation, and we're going to start with Lieutenant Bigfoot. So Lieutenant Bigfoot's going first. He has pumped up something. I'm really just trying to burn through his cards to try and get back, because he doesn't have any wound cards, so just trying to get back some of his other cards where I think he has a card, he has a card which says that you can't attack other allies on the tile. Because again, right now Killaroo is at 2 wound cards, and he could be taken down if we're not careful. So I'm trying to limit that. Right. So we're going to then we're going to just try and put some hurt on Scarlet. I mean, the sooner we can take him down, the better. So Lieutenant Bigfoot gets 5 dice now because he's back up to his full 3, 4, and 5, and he's giving himself +2, and he gets another +1 because he's Lieutenant Bigfoot. So Scarlet currently has a defense of 7. He gives himself a +2 this round, and the Gyno's got a +2 attack -1, and Scarlet's also getting a +1 on the attacks. So he has 7 with 2 wounds, means a 9. He has a 9 defense. And we have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's done it. So that's another wound on Scarlet. He's down to 2. So now that's 3 plus 7 is a 10 defense. So that's one action. Second action. That's going to probably be a miss, but you never know. I never know. That's why these power dice are so exciting. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh! Did I forget to mention Killaroo's card? Enemies have -2 defense, everybody on the tile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He currently has 3 plus 7 is 10. So yeah, that's done it. 10 -2 is 8. So yeah, so that's it. So one more hit now, and Scarva's down. Why am I rolling so many dice? So he's getting +2. All right, so this is now a defense of 4 plus 7 is 11, -1 is 10. So it's a defense of 10. If Lieutenant Bigfoot can do this, that is game. No, that's not going to do it. There's not even a POW in there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Not enough. All right. So I think we have to go Scarov here. We're going to go Scarov. Now, I am going to play the Photon event card, so roll power dice instead of when attacking. You know, I think this is going to only be for one though, and I think I'd rather save that for when the Gynoids attack, if they attack. I think Lieutenant Bigfoot can do what he needs to do against Killaroo here. But the thing is too is that Sanctuary has the card up where allies adjacent cannot take wound cards. So even if Killaroo takes a beating here, he's not going to take his 3rd wound card in hand, because he does have 2 wound cards in hand. I could start playing those out if I need to, but yeah, Killaroo's just trying to hold on right now and let his buddies do the heavy lifting. So Scarov's getting 4, -1 because that's Killaroo's ability, and he's getting +1. I didn't actually give him any defense boosts. So Scarov's getting 3 plus 2 is 5, which will do 1. And he's only getting 3 attacks. 2 and 3. So he's got 3 wounds on him. So Killaroo's banged up. And that's Scarov. Next up we will go with Killaroo. No, sorry. Next up, we'll go with Sanctuary. And again, just try to finish off Scarov. So she does have a +2. So she's getting 3 dice. Oh no, you know what? She still has the -1. She hasn't done her weakness yet. Ew. Yeah, I need to play that card because I'm just trying to keep Killaroo alive. So she's getting 2 dice instead of 3. +2, +1 for Lieutenant Bigfoot. So, on that note, Scarv's at an 11. Try and take out some of those Gynoids. No, I think I feel lucky, Punk. I think I can. So 8. I hit Sanctuary Lady Montague twice. Ooh. But you know what? All I need is 1 good roll. So 11. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I can do it. 3 attacks. Let's do it. Oh my god. That is like good. So that's 2 plus 3 is 5. And then 2, well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself here. 5, 6, 7. Well, if I roll 2 double POWs on these, that's it. That's game. That'd be an epic ending. No. Okay. Don't count your supervillains before they hatch. And that's 1, 2. Oh, but they has -2 defense. Okay, I don't think it was still a hit. And 3. Okay, so that was a big no. Nice try. I should have actually gone for Lady Montague. If I'd remembered that -2 defense, she would have been the better choice. I could have probably taken her down. And then she's just one less thing to worry about, right? So then it will go on with Lady Montague. And no, you know what we'll do is we're going to do the Gynoids. We're going to go 1 2, 3 with the guy noise. I just think the way the lines of sight are and stuff, I just don't think you could see Killaroo behind the space here through that with the thing on the door there. So we're just gonna take one in there. So one action to move in, one action to shoot, and the guy noise are using that card for the pew pew, and so they're all their dice are power dice. So they're rolling 5 power dice against Killaroo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will make it 4 because of his ability to remove 1 combat dice. So you treat all the combat dice as power dice. So 1 combat dice would have been removed before you convert it to a power dice. So that sounds fair. It has a 4 defense. So that's 1 hit, 2 hits, and 3 hits. So he's taking 3 more wounds. So he's going to be taking another wound card, but he can't take it this turn because of the Sanctuary's ability, right? Where the healing aura, which he can't take a wound card. Oh, it's actually cut. Oh yeah, actually she's just gone. He should have gone before her because this would happen, and now she could have healed him because at the end of the turn she removes a damage token from everybody, but nobody had a damage token. Oh no, he did. Sorry, what am I thinking? Of course, he had it from Scarov. So he would still be taking a wound card, but he's not going to be taking it right now. And then we go on to Killaroo. And Killaroo is going to attack. So he... too bad. He's not adjacent to Lieutenant Bigfoot. So he's just rolling his 4 dice. Let's just shoot out those gynoids. I don't want that attack potential is just too much there. So they have -2 defense. They're at they're at a 1 defense. It seems hardly worth it. Could he attack Lady Mon? No. Okay, gynoids. 1 gynoid, dead. 2nd gynoid, dead. 3rd gynoid, dead. Okay, so he did his job. All right, got rid of them. That's a lot less. Okay, and then Lady Montague is going to use the free action ability to come down here and attack Killaroo. So she's getting only, oh wow, she only gets two attack dice, combat dice, -1 for Killaroo's ability. So that is 1, 2, 3. Ooh, so close, not quite, because he has a 4 defense. So that's a no. And then the 2nd attack, because he only gets 2, it's a miss. All right, so that's end of turn. Nobody has anything to do. We'll clear the cards off Scarov. 2 new cards in hand. I think we'll have to shuffle off the deck. All right, give me a second here. Okay, I know I said this last time, but this could be the last turn for reals. So I had to play a wound card for Killaroo, because if he takes another wound card in hand, and it looks like he may do so at the end of the turn, then he will be knocked out and we'll lose Allison, and all that's really bad. So she's going to try and do some healing on him, plus the healing she has in internal. So that'll reduce 2, put him down to 3. So as long as he doesn't take another wound, that's fine. But Lieutenant Bigfoot is just going to try and step up and finish Scarf once and for all with a mighty +4 to his beefiness. So this should do the job, and we're going to start with Lieutenant Bigfoot. So Lieutenant Bigfoot has 5 dice. He's getting +4 dice. And you know what? Let's give him 1 more. Why? Because he's Lieutenant Bigfoot. All right, so he's getting 3 attacks, and he's just going to polish off Scarf now. And let's see. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with 1 red. Pow. So let's clear pow dice in here. That's a no. That is a no. Ne pas. That is Monsieur Sasquatch would say. Okay, so that's the first attack. Second attack. 2, 4, 6, 8. Lots. Blah. That's it. Freak Show has knocked out Dr. Scarov. Lady Montague will surrender at this point, and they have saved the day. Let me take you to the final newspaper. So this is the final newspaper. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't even remember now. It's been so long. It's been a few weeks since I started it. But like, what were the individual missions of the heroes? Did I remember to roll? At this point, come on. They cleaned house. They got Allison back. They stopped the invasion. They did both of them. Trying to fight both things simultaneously. Then they also. Oh wait. Sorry, I thought I was looking a little bit short there. So yeah, like I said, they cleaned house and they took out Scarv. I forgot that last bit there. So this is the final paper. Everything's blue. So let's just give the heroes their final thing for the freak show at the end is finally accepted by society. Blue overall. They really did a good job there. I think my plan there to split them up was risky, but ultimately worked and got them got the job done, right? So I am super pleased that this is finally done, and I'm happy to hear too. Like I've seen some comments of people saying that they're happy to see it, they're enjoying it, and if you'd like to see more, then please do let me know. Like I said, I've got ideas of how I could do this better, make it so that it's not so not such a mess when I play. I'll have it better set up and everything. Also, just some different ideas for the graphics and things, and just I'll just do more with it. And I'd also, if I was to do it again, I would probably want to. Well, there's two ways I could go about it. One is doing the Atlantean set. I have never played with the Atlantean set, so even if I do it just by myself for my own sake, not even film it, I'm probably going to do some of that. But then there was also the new expansion where they had all the different little. Let me bring them out. These comics with all these different missions and stuff. So there's just like a ton of content here. So I mean, even if you want me to go through some of these and talk about some of the replayability of this game, I mean, this game is just. It was such a shame. It's flown under the radar, and I've sort of talked before about like, is this game, which is the best superhero game out there? And as I was playing the Batman Gotham City Chronicles, I'm like, man, I love this game. And then I'm playing this game, and at first I was getting frustrated with it, but then once I'm back into it, I'm like, man, I love this game. Which is the better superhero game? I'm thinking that's maybe a topic for another video in itself. But just saying, this one has a lot of content. So if you want me to do it again, let me know how you want to do it. Do you want to start looking at some of these? I guess maybe do this first, and that'll help me make a decision. But what heroes? Is there any heroes you'd like to see? I guess, I would suggest just going on to Board Game Geek and looking at all the heroes that are available, rather than me having to go through an extensive list of all of them that are out there. Or do you want to see Freak Show again or whatever? But just let me know, and also let me know too. Like as you were watching the video, yes, I realize things are clunky and things are very amateur because I am putting in the time I'm willing to put in. I mean, I just don't have the knowledge and the equipment to do some things better, but I could do some things better. But just let me know if there's things that you found particularly irksome or think that, hey, have you thought about doing this? And I would appreciate some of that feedback because I'm making content that I think I would like to watch. So, but anyway, again, thank you for sticking through to the end with this. I'm glad that I have stuck through to the end with this because, like I said, there was a couple points there where I was just like, I just got so frustrated with it because of the technical difficulties I was having that I just had to put it away for a bit, and then it's just that bit turned into years. But it's over. I've done it. The final mission is over, and I am loving this game again. So I'm going to stop my blathering, and I'm going to go. So until next time, I'm your host, Craig Thompson Wood, saying thanks for coming to the classroom.